Hello, my name is Jeremy Miranda, and today we are going to be doing Psychbusters on social behaviors. Birds of a feather flock together. This is an old phrase going back to as old as the 1500s. It is a phrase usually meant to describe how people of similar interest or come from a similar background, group, or of social status will likely choose to be around one another. Largely, this can be explained to an extent by one's need to belong, which describes how people usually seek to be a part of a group or something more than themselves. Yet it could also occur as a result of being in proximity of certain people and slowly adapting to that group. In a study, Birds of a Feather Do Flock Together, that was conducted in 2017, researchers gave a survey to participants in order to determine their personalities, but ensure that the participants weren't answering so respondents could be compared to their friends or romantic partners without comparing them to themselves. Researchers were trying to avoid the reference group effect, in which individuals will answer in a way that compares themselves to a specific reference group. Largely, this study did confirm that people of similar backgrounds, personalities, and social status will usually flock together. Opposites attract. While true in physics or chemistry, romantic partners' friendships may be different. A phrase meant to describe that people of different personality types will be attracted to one another. This statement, when looked at a little bit further, is a bit more complicated, as personalities that are of two different and extremes will likely not get along. As cited prior with Birds of a Feather Do Flock Together, researchers found that individuals will socialize with people of a similar or social background and personality. Yet this doesn't completely bust this saying, as studies also show people will choose friends or partners that as of having complementarity, in where individuals will choose others that may have traits or personalities to complement their own personality. Still, the research in an article called Couple Complementarity and Similarity reviews complementarity research, showing that couples will likely see more level of success with a partner that is similar and not too opposite of their own personality. And so while people will choose friends or partners with traits that complement themselves, they likely won't choose someone who is too opposite of themselves, mostly showing that this saying is likely busted. There is safety in numbers. This is an old adage that a lot of people kind of have been told by either friends or family. There is safety in numbers is a statement used fairly often when seeking to achieve a certain goal or receiving help. There is truth to this statement, and on the surface it appears logical. A term used to describe receiving help while among a group of people is the bystander effect, in which people will likely help someone if indicated socially by the larger group to do so. Yet it should be noted that this can also work in the opposite direction, and of people not helping others if it is not deemed socially acceptable. In an article called Revisiting Safety in Numbers, the article looks to re-examine a meta-analysis done on a victim of an event to receive help from a group as opposed to just an individual. This was done in circumstances that had restricted communication, in which you couldn't clearly tell somebody that you needed help, or full communication in which you could tell somebody and they would completely understand everything you were telling them. And showing that likely people receive help from a group more likely than they would from just an individual person when in need of help. So safety in numbers shows to be completely plausible. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. This is a saying that I think many of us have actually been through. If not losing a loved one, or having gone through a breakup, or having been at a distance and for some time with friends or family, it is usually meant to describe us missing either a former romantic partner or missing friends or family. There is evidence to show that this effect does take place in nature, but there is some gaps because most of these are usually observational studies of animals. One example would be, say, baboons, that when the females are raising their young, it is time that is taken away that they usually would spend with their partner or with other people within their group. And likely they will spend extended periods of time grooming either their male partner or their female colleagues eggs as a means to make up for the time that they were spending raising their young. Yet, while humans are related to primates, we are not baboons specifically. But yet, there was a study done in which it was called Data Mining Reveals That Absence Does Make the Heart Grow Fonder, in which researchers in Europe collected data of call time between individuals who were separated geographically, and had talked on the phone with a friend or partner for extended periods of time if they had not spoken in a while, showing that they were compensating for the time they had not spoken to each other. So absence that makes the heart grow fonder does show to be an effect and is plausible.